Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am PsychoticGex.
And I'm Azzy Fox.
And welcome back, everybody, to a redone version of Pokemon Ruby, because our audio corrupted, and I really hate myself for that. So, alright. So, it's been a while since we pretty much, at least between episodes, 7 and 16? It's been a while since we have figured out what the hell I'm doing here. I think we're going somewhere. Fox, you know this.
Looks like you're on the route to Mauville City.
Yes. Because by the judgment, I haven't gotten my third badge yet. So we're on our way there, and I think I'm grinding, or at least looking for trainers. So something like along those lines. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in one bit, but whatever. So yeah, oh my god, look at this collector right here. That's the face of scariness. Look, he has no pupils. Like, what the hell? So
I think those are glasses.
Yeah, well, those glasses, they're pretty creepy. I don't know. So it's been quite some time since we've actually looked back at the original Ruby and everything like that. And right now, I feel like we are going to Mauville City and things like that. But I don't know, like, so far, like, within this adventure and things like that, I don't know, I just this game's not clicking with me, and I just don't know why. And maybe because we're, at least at the time of this recording, it is what, December 15th 2016 right now, and it's been a while since we actually, you know, just trying to get caught up and everything like that. Like, I've been editing like crazy. Like, I've been catching up on all the raw videos I have in my backlog, and pretty much try and edit all of them, create bases for them, and everything like that within the editing world. And so far, I'm doing pretty good. But I don't know. I just find it interesting. Like I said, it's just I don't know why this game is not clicking with me, and I can't figure out why. And again, maybe we're only just within this heading towards the third gym, but I don't know. I mean, also at the time of this recording too, I pretty much have completed the newest Pokemon game, Pokemon Sun and Moon, and that was a whole fucking different experience.
Indeed.
Well, we will see, ladies and gentlemen, we will see.
But don't worry, it's still pretty early on in this game. I think you'll find some room to enjoy it.
Well, I'm hopeful so. Well, like I said, it's just, I know we're only at the third gym, but right now, like, this game is just not clicking with me. In other generations, like, after, like, maybe the third, fourth gym, it's like, okay, I want to complete this game now. But now, recently, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too spoiled with Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness, which is why I love double battles, in my opinion. I don't know. Also, at the time of this recording, too, within December, it's Pokemon's still Pokemon's 20th anniversary stuff going on right now, and within December, I think Meloetta is the final event Pokemon that's out for display. So grab all the plushies and things like that.
Kind of find it weird that they're doing Meloetta after Genesect, considering it's usually the other way around in the Pokedex.
I know, right? Like, that's weird. Like, I've noticed that too, like, with the special distribution of the event Pokemon. Like, they all bounce around. Like, they were going in order at the beginning, and then all of a sudden, I think it was... Let me look at my plushie collection. See, there was Jirachi, then Darkrai, Manaphy, Shamey, Arceus, Victini, and then Keldeo. Yeah, you're right. So, shouldn't Meloetta been Gen 5?
Meloetta should have been second to last, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But I don't know. I still like Genesect. You know what really was interesting? Like, Genesect didn't have... I know we're not paying attention to the gameplay or something like that. I mean, Jirachi is just wrecking shit right now. And I think I put Jirachi up in front because at the time of that recording, it was April or something like that. I don't know. But you know what was really weird, though? For Genesect, like, there was no little mini figure for him. Like, every other Pokemon had, like, those small little mini, like, 2-inch figures with their Pokeballs. Genesect was the only one that didn't have one. He had a card, a pin, and a plushie, but not a minifigure, and I was kind of a little disappointed with that. Because I really would have loved one, because Genesect's one of my favorite event Pokemon. I don't know. But yeah, so Meloetta is done. So Meloetta is the last one, and then yeah.
They probably just got lazy as time went on. They're like, oh, it's almost over. Might as well just
But Meloetta's got a mini.
Stop making silhouettes.
But Meloetta's got a minifigure, so why not Genesect? Was he just
No.
too complicated for a design or something shit like that? I don't know.
It shouldn't have. I mean, if you can make amiibos out of Pokemon, surely you can make little figurines.
Oh God! Imagine an amiibo collection with all the Pokemon. Oh.
Gotta collect them all.
Oh God! Fuck that! I would put my foot down. I would only just collect the ones I like. Gengar, Alakazam, whatever other Pokemon.
Yeah, same here.
Like, trying to collect all of them, like 800, we're at 800 Pokemon now with Sun and Moon out, and if each amiibo went for like $12, do the calculations. God, you'd be spending a lot. That'd be insane.
We're at 802 Pokemon.
Oh, shit. I know. I'm waiting for Pokebank to open up so that way fucking could transfer some teams over so I can actually play. I don't know. Oh, we're in Mauville City now. Yay! What am I doing? I'm talking to somebody. I don't know. What's going on in Mauville City? Like, in terms of, like, story mode, like, is there anything excited in Mauville City?
You have a battle with Wally and... Let's see, there's a battle with Wally, there's the bike shop, and then there's the gym battle. That's about it. But after you win your fifth badge, you can actually come back here for a side quest.
Mm-hmm. Well, what side quest is that?
Watson will give you the gym leader of this town, Watson, he'll give you the key to this area called New Mauville, where you can surf to. And you have to go inside there and shut down the power generator. If you complete that, he'll give you the TM for Thunderbolt.
Are you... Oh, okay. I want to bitch for a minute. I want to fucking bitch for a minute. So in Pokemon Sun, I didn't know this, but the TM for Thunderbolt is not till, like, after game or some other shit like that. And that pissed me off so bad because I wanted my fluffy Raichu or Aloha form to have Thunderbolt. And I didn't know that in order for Raichu to have Thunderbolt, he had to learn it as Pikachu. And and I evolved him as early as I can, and that was a scrutiny on my half. Like, throughout, if you watch my playthrough of it, throughout the whole time, Raichu only learned Sparked. And when I found out that Alola Raichu has his own Z Crystal, it could only work with Thunderbolt. And that was like, ugh. I was so pissed. By the way, I love Alola Raichu. He's so cute and fluffy. I want a giant plushie of him. Please. Give me a giant plushie. I want a giant plushie of him. Like those mega size that Pokemon centers will sell. I will buy one with him sitting on his tail because that's cute and adorable.
If I had to get a plushie of one of the newer mons, it'd probably be Midnight Form Lycanroc because I love that Pokemon.
Midnight. Oh, yeah, the rock Pokemon.
The werewolf-looking thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you found the bike shop.
Yay, finally. I can actually ride a bike now.
Interesting thing about this game, there are actually two bicycles, and one is called the Acro Bike, which you use. It's a slower ride, but you can perform tricks on it, and it's used to access certain areas in the game. And the Mach Bike is also used to access certain other areas in the game, but it's a much faster bike, and it's a lot harder to control. So if you wanna be able to explore this region to its fullest, you'll have to switch bikes now and then.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember that. I remember like when I played this game. At least when I remember I played the game. I think screwing around or something. I remember that. Like I could go up certain slopes with bikes. I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong or something like that.
Yeah, you need the Mach Bike to go up the slippery slopes, and you need the Acro Bike later on to cross like thin bridges and such.
Yeah, which is weird. Like, I was really stunned by that. I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Also, if you want to catch Rayquaza, you'll need the Mach Bike for that too.
Oh, God. Yeah, see, it's giving me a choice, the Mach or Acro. I remember that. I think this is where we're actually explaining what each bike does.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Looks like I got my explanations out of the way too early.
Oopsie. Well, this is what happens, though, with post-commentary, too. Like, we're just stuck on that one thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I'm being optimistic with this game, but right now, like this generation, I could see why a lot of people. And I remember I talked this with Chugga Conroy and Narrowman 242 during our Pokemon discussion when the remakes for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out. We were all three of us were just wondering why the hell so many people like hyping over this shit. Cause I remember like what we talked about, it's like no, a lot of people jumped out of Gen 3 and then all of a sudden people were losing their shit when Gen 3 remake got announced and we were like, what the fuck?
Because the people, take it from someone who adores Gen 3, the people who loved this game like unquestionably loved it because it was a completely different experience from the first two generations. The music was a lot different, it was a lot more grandiose, the region was a lot more vast and wide and colorful.
So
it was just an amazing adventure back then, and we were excited to see it being brought to the 3DS.
So I kind of want to point this out too. So I'm not sure if you saw this, but in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if you take pictures of certain places with a bunch of water, there will be a comment that will say 7.8 out of 10, too much water.
I adored that little reference to IGN's critique.
But
that was hilarious.
But at the same time, though, like, and again, we haven't gotten there yet, at least with this, but we haven't gotten to like the water part, and when that's like a huge major complaint, then I don't know. I feel like that's a bad thing because if one of my types get overpowered because I'm in this gigantic area, I don't know. And the irony is, I guess we haven't gotten there yet, so I haven't fully explained. But
they don't really. There's no real harm in having a water type to use Surf on your team.
Well, it's not that, but it's like when I'm in a vast ocean and all of a sudden I have an overpowered grass or electric type. I don't know. So what am I doing here? But I guess this is an interesting thing too. Apparently in Alola, like that was one of the concerns was in Alola we're gonna be exploring the same thing, like a lot of water. But I don't know. Through my playthrough, we didn't. Most of the time we were just on islands. We didn't like surf. We did surf.
I was very disappointed with the exploration of the sea in Alola. It felt like just stepping into a puddle, to be honest.
Oh, really? Really? You were actually disappointed. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
I mean, why give us this wide open sea if you're just gonna like bar it off with rocks? It feels like Kanto all over again, where you exit the sea as quickly as you enter.
Yeah, and you know what was interesting too is that we didn't surf from island to island. We took a ferry or a boat. That was what's interesting. So maybe they heard the complaints from Hoenn when they said, too much water and all fair honesty.
First, I don't think that was a bad thing at all. I loved exploring the sea in Hoenn. It made, like being able to dive underwater and just explore all these different caverns underwater. It made it feel a lot more expanse, more mysterious.
And here's another thing that actually shocked the shit out of me too, was that all the HMs were gone, like everything. They were TMs, surf, fly, all of them were actual TMs, not HMs, because if you get them from certain people, they'll actually explain, in their region, they're hidden machines, so they're rare. But here, since we use ride Pokemon, we have no need for that, that was actually really cool. Like, cool, I have a Charizard. I could actually fly. My 11-year-old self is actually Gian. But too bad I'm too big for that now, so fuck.
I can get behind the Poke Ride gimmick. I wonder if they remake Diamond and Pearl. I wonder if Pokéride will carry over to there instead of HMs.
You know, and in all fair honesty, I don't think they're gonna do remakes of Gens 4 and 5. I, honest to God, I don't think they are, because I think they remade those so that way. The only reason why there were certain remakes of previous gen Pokemon is so that way they could transfer those Pokemon up to the newer gens.
I don't think so. I mean, you could still, heck, from what I understand, there's a secret kind of reward or notification you get if you send a Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire all the way up to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yes, there is. It's tedious as fuck, though, but it is possible. And what will happen is, I know we're on the cycle road right now, and where I'm actually probably grinding and getting Pokemon, but
so I think the main reason they're remaking these games is simply to get the younger generation acquainted with these regions, these characters.
I get that, but at the same time, though, it's just for if those who are really completing the decks, the only way to get certain Pokemon, you have to transfer them over or something like that. I mean, that's what Pokebank is gonna be, especially with the able to transfer Gen 1 Pokemon from the Virtual Console all the way to Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, I don't know. It'll just be fascinating and interesting. It's just, for me, what fascinates me, though, is that when we really look at things, at least when you transfer the Pokemon over, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I don't think they're going to remake the Gens 4 through 5. Gen 4 and 5. I don't think they're going to remake them. If they are, then they'll probably
we'll see.
I know. But I have a feeling they're not.
That also reminds me, I hope they bring the Generation 2 games to Virtual Console.
Oh, I know. God. No, because we already have a remake, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so.
True, but they brought the old games up, and I can't play Crystal anymore because of the save battery issue.
You know, you could just look up a tutorial to know how to replace the battery, right?
Too much work.
Oh my God, you lazy fuck. You lazy fuck. It's not that hard. Don't tell me, too much work. You just did.
Well, to be
shame,
more specific,
shame.
To be more precise, I don't want to risk damaging my game.
No, wear gloves then. Anyway, so wasn't there like a secret thing you could do on Cycle Road, like the fastest time?
If you ride from Mauville down to Slateport on a mic bike, you're ranked on how fast you make it there and how many times you've bumped into things.
Okay.
I've never made it down there successfully in one go myself. I've always bumped into something.
Okay.
This is a good place to train Marsh type because it's got a lot of electric types.
I know, right? Especially when they're both electric and steel. Ground type quad form. So I found this out interesting too, but if we're going back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. So they changed the mechanic. Mega Evolutions don't have priority now. It depends on your Pokemon speed. And I found that out very quickly after post-game. Because my Dusechui, who I named Robin Hood, he was able to kill an Alakazam before he was able to Mega Evolve, or at least damage him enough to where he was like a low HP, but then he Mega Evolved. I'm like, oh! So that could change the battle mechanics super quickly. Oop, hit my mic. And I think it's the same thing with Z Crystals as well, so.
I've noticed Robin Hood has become a popular name for Decidueye.
I came up with it first! Fuck all of you! He's mine! I really want a shiny Rowlet now. I really do.
One of the things in this game that kind of disappoints me is the lack of electric Poke. I mean, yeah, they're using Magnemites and Voltorbs, but this generation has, Plusle, Minun, Electrike, and yet not many people use them.
I wonder why, though. Like, is that, like, just because of their stats, or just...
I don't know. The one thing about this game that kind of peeves me is the lack of electric and fire-type Pokemon.
Well, I think every generation...
Considering we have two gyms that use electric and fire types, kind of weird. Because they use I mean, there's nothing wrong with past generation Pokemon. It's just nice when the newer gym leaders use newer Pokemon.
I noticed that too. Like, if we're going back to Pokemon Sun and Moon, I think, well, not gym leaders, but the totem Pokemon, I think most of them were all new Pokemon, right?
Yeah, unless you're playing Moon, in which case the first one is Eradicate, but it's in Alolan Eradicate, so I guess it still counts.
No, it's still just a Gen 1 Pokemon with recolored and
also one thing I never got about the totem Pokemon is that they kind of hinted that, you know, the games would have kind of version exclusive totem Pokemon, but the only one we got is just the first one.
You know what really pisses? I fucking hate the totem Pokemon. I also hate the SOS battles. That is just garbage. I fucking hate that.
I actually like the SOS battles. It presents a fun challenge.
I mean, if you're doing certain grinding and shiny hunting and things like that, then yeah, it's amazing. But like in totem battles though, especially on a certain totem Pokemon, it could get annoying and fucking insanity at the same time. Like, it could be super difficult. Like, what the hell? Because I know at least on 2 of them, I had a difficult time. Pass me, what the fuck are you doing on this cycle road?
Maybe you're thinking of doing the...
Or I'm just finding trainers that have a battle or whatever.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, I'm doing something else now.
But yeah, on the note of SOS battles, what I like about it is that it's a surprise and it's challenging, especially if you're trying to actually catch a Pokemon. In my most recent playthrough, I was trying to...
Oh, that's right. I fucked up here. I was like, I hit something. Never mind. Restarting.
In my most recent playthrough of Moon, I wanted to catch a Comfey in the Lush Jungle for my team, and to my surprise, it was an SOS battle, and I had to really work for that Comfey.
By the way, a little spoiler territory here. Fuck the grass totem Pokemon. Fuck that thing. That thing can kiss my natural white ass. I hated that Pokemon.
Oh yeah, you were going for the little time trial thing there.
Yeah. And also, another thing, too, if you don't have the right Pokemon to take care of the water totem, fuck that one, too. God damn that thing. But I will
had a little bit of...
But I will say...
Sorry.
But I will say, without the gyms in the new Pokemon game, I will say that's actually really cool. But I don't know, there's just something about it that just irks me the wrong way, and I cannot figure out why. Maybe whenever I get to the eventual playthrough of it. If you want to check out what I streamed blindly of it, why don't you go ahead and click on that annotation right there. If you want to watch it, go ahead. It's really cool. I hear you typing. I hope that doesn't get picked up on your mic.
I can mute it. I mean, or just silence it later.
Alright. Alrighty.
Oh, this guy in the Pokemon Center is always randomized. Every time you play through this game, it's someone different. My personal favorite is the Bard, because he'll sing you a song and you can change one of the lyrics.
Oh yeah, I think I talked to it because he was like a unique supply. I was like, what the fuck is that? I brought crayons with 120 colors. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I talked to her. I was like, what the fuck did I just listen to or read?
Yeah, it's just no real purpose, just a fun little NPC.
Right. Oh yeah,
And
we
there's
just
the game
passed
corner.
Wally. There's a little shit. Dude, another thing. So while I was editing my Pokemon Omega Ruby, like we were like I'm super early, like I just got to Norman, and I laughed my ass off when we first met him and his expression changes. Like it was pretty great. Like I was like no, it just if you watch it, like hopefully by the time this gets uploaded, the other one has been uploaded as well. I haven't really gotten far in Pokemon Omega Ruby, actually. Like, I think when I've been playing it, like, once I got to, like, where I could do super training and stuff, I think I super trained all the team that I had right now. So that way, as I have them evolve, because I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to do a little challenge for myself in Pokemon Omega Ruby, is that the team members I have, like the first 6 Pokemon I have, that's my team throughout the whole game. So, I don't know. I may change that up later, but who knows.
I kind of wish this game had more interaction with Wally, considering he becomes a bit of a rival later on.
And that's eventually, like in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if you do the battle tree, you fight him.
I love that they actually gave him his own battle music in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire near the end.
I know. Now, this is interesting. Haha, fuck you, Wally. Anyways, what's interesting is that he has a male Ralts, but in this game, there's no gender differentiation for, like, the evolutions. Because later, if you have a male Ralts with a Dawn Stone or Shiny Stone, which one is it that turns it into a Gallade?
I think it's the Dawnstone.
Right. So, he'll get Gallade, or I'm saying that right. But in this version, since it's the original, he'll have a Gardevoir. So.
Yeah, Gallade wasn't introduced until Generation 4. That's when they started introducing the gender-exclusive evolutions, with Gallade being a male evolution for Kirlia, and Frostlass being a female evolution for Snorunt.
Mm-hmm. And Wally's like, wham, 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 boo-hoo-hoo.
Which is funny when you consider that the Japanese name for Gardevoir is Sir Knight. And yet it looks so feminine.
Whoops. Or like how I name a female Zigzagoon Mr. Slave. Whoops. Okay, so I kicked Wally's ass. And I think I said something to be like, fuck you, Wally, hate your guts, or some shit like that. And then I'm moving in place now because I'm that cool, or some dumb shit. What am I doing?
Dancing a little jig.
I guess. I don't know. Past audio will probably tell me something else. Am I
Okay,
What am I doing? That's gonna be something. Like, what am I doing? Oh,
yeah, you can't really go past Route 118 yet, because that's what I like to call the threshold. It leads to the later, like the second half of the region.
the cheerful electrical man. Yeah, Watson. Hi, Sherlock Holmes reference or some other shit like that. The cheerful electrical man or electricity man, some shit like that. Oh yeah, I wonder. I thought I said. Well, I pray to God this isn't like Lieutenant Surge's bullshit.
It's nowhere near as frustrating. All you have to do is step on some switches to change the electricity gates or whatever they are.
Now, yeah, switch controlled doors all over his gym. He's not Lieutenant Surge that fucking has like trash cans, and if you don't hit the right ones in order, then it's like, fuck you. Oh yeah, this is kind of like where if you want to avoid battles, and then there's stupid me here, I think, that's like, fuck that, I want to get some EXP. That's what they, like, I'll give advice for. In all fair honesty, if you want your Pokemon to be good to level up, as much as you don't want to do the trainer battles within Jijibs, please do. It actually will give you a lot more experience. Alright. So, oh yeah. So now this is where Majera is going to be a fucking tank and pretty much going to wreck a lot of shit. Oh my gosh. Now begins, ladies and gentlemen, me making this gym my bitch.
Harkening back onto the point I made earlier, where it's kind of annoying that they don't use a lot of their electric types from this generation. There's some trainers in this gym, and even in the next gym, that use like Pokemon that are completely out of place here, like Metatite, Zigzagoon. There's even a trainer in the fourth gym that uses a Kecleon when it's a fire type gym.
Oh, we'll get to that shit later.
Case in point. Like, this is an electric gym, right? What's the deal with the Zigzagoon?
I remember in like the anime when I can't remember, Ash and his crew went to face a family and the Zigzagoon like knew Thunderbolt and just totally wrecked Brox's fucking world. It was great. And speaking of anime, when we get to a certain gym, I'm going to be ripping on something about the anime. We'll get to that though later. For those of you who know, you'll know why. So yeah, so pretty much the whole gimmick of this is just find the right switches.
Every time you see a battle girl, anticipate that she's gonna use Metatite.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking A. Again, why an electric gym? And there's a fight in time. Yeah. Seriously. Like, what the hell? Unless it knows Thunderbolt, but still, it's bullshit. I mean, kudos for added variety and little tricks here and there, but still, ugh. If we could harp back onto Pokemon Sun and Moon real quickly. I hate my rival. I absolutely despise him. Like, if we were going to compare rivals throughout the whole Pokemon series, he is the worst, in my opinion. Absolutely the worst. But this is what's interesting. People pointed this out too. Is that when you really think about it, in past Pokemon games, your rival was like always like ahead of you or something. I can't remember how to word it rightly, but like they compared it to what if you're the rival in Sun and Moon and Hayu is trying to, or whatever. How do you say his name?
How?
Oh, Jesus. How? And How was like the player, like you're trying to catch up to him. I can't remember how it's worded rightly. Editor Mia, post a link or something or something like that, or maybe Fox here could explain. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I kind of see what you're talking about.
They
kind of did something similar to that in the previous generation with your rival in X and Y.
Right, but I'm saying. Right, but I'm saying. Oh, go ahead.
That rival was always behind you, trying to catch up.
Right, or like I just remember something like that. I can't remember, but it was something worded like that. But I just found it fascinating. But at the same time, fuck how, like, absolutely despise him. What really kind of irks me is that within the story, I won't spoil, but within the story, it kind of shows like something an event happened, and it kind of showed like he didn't do anything, and that to me like fucking irked me the wrong way. Like, are you shitting me? What?
I didn't mind him as a rival so much, but what I didn't like about How was that he kind of feel like he says his objective is to become stronger so that he can take on the Kahunas and his grandfather, but he doesn't seem to really he doesn't seem to take his Pokemon training seriously. He's always just going around and eating at Malasada shops.
I know, like I get it, like, hey, you know, he's just doing this for fun. Okay, I get it. By the way, we're here at Watson. This is the electric gym leader, and we'll get to him later. But to kind of finish on, yeah, like, fucking How? Like, what the hell? Like, to me, it's just, like, I get it, like, he kind of sees that Pokemon battles are just for fun and everything like that. But at the same time, it's like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Like, what? Like, you're not taking this shit seriously. Like, here's some of us old trainers, like 20 years, it's like, no, I get it. We can have fun, but like at certain times, we have to take certain things seriously. And some of the things that you didn't take seriously within the story that led up to certain events, that's what irked me. I was like, are you fucking kidding? Ugh.
That's also why I feel Gladion is a far more effective rival character.
Oh, he's a fucking different can of worms. Ugh. All right, Watson, welcome to the Electrical Gym Leader. If you have Marsh Tomp, congratulations. You have pretty much won this gym. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Indeed.
If you don't have Marsh Tomp, Fox, what other Pokemon could they use to actually help them?
You could always pick up a Geodude. Wait, can you catch Geodude this early on? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't know this generation this well, Fox.
I can't think of many ground types you can get early on before the third gym.
Okay, see, that rollout, if that was a milk tank, I would have been scared. But you know what? He's not a milk tank, so fuck you.
Oh wait, no, I think you can only get Geodude by using Rock Smash. Which you can't use until you beat Watson, so.
Oops.
So I guess Marsh Stomp is the way to go. Because whenever I challenged this gym with other starters, I usually had trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, it just to be like that is what really irked me to no goddamn point. It just to be.
But you could probably, if you had a fighting type like Makuhita or Combusken by this point, you could probably take out Magneton pretty easily.
And Magnemite too.
But yeah, if you bring along a Grovyle to this gym, good luck.
Well, you never know. You never know. So yeah. Okay, I did some healing. I don't know. I will say Sun and Moon. It's a really great game. It really is, but I don't know. I just have some interesting opinions on it. And the after game though, oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck the after game. I mean, there's some cool things, but there's a particular place that I fucking absolutely despise to no extent. Fuck you, Battletree. Hopefully when I actually do a full playthrough of it, like an actual proper one, and not a stream play. Ugh.
But yeah, if you bring anything other than a ground type to this gym, Magneton will pretty much just spam Shockwave, which is annoying because it never misses.
What about? Doesn't he have Magnetric? That blue dog.
He has Manectric, but only in Emerald.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Blech.
Not in Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, fuck you, Watson. Yay, we got the Dynamo badge. Now we can use Rock Smash outside of battle.
And I believe he's also going to give you the TM for Shockwave, which is pretty useful.
I think Discharge in later generations becomes, or Shockwave turns into Discharge or something like that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the third gym, and we've rambled on about everything else. That's probably not related to the game. But that's what post-commentary is. You got to kind of keep things interested and kind of do interested discussion. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it here. So next time, guys, we're going to do more. And we're going to be doing some catch-up in the next episode. So we'll see you then.